Time in, fellow bats, and welcome back to Deck Profiles. I know it's been quite some time, but we are finally getting back in the TCGO action. My hiatus is gone. We're getting back into this full throttle. You guys are going to be seeing a ton of new content coming your way, whether it be old series like Deck Profiles, Deck Wizard. There's going to be a bunch of new stuff coming on the way, and I'm not going to spoil anything just yet because I want you guys to watch the content. With that being said, let's get right into this one. We're starting our first Forbidden Light deck with Necrozma-GX, the main staple of the set. The Mascot, of course, and this guy literally has power going all throughout the card. So, without any further ado, let's take a quick look at him. Necrozma-GX is the basic dragon with 190 HP. Very, very nice amount of HP. It's still one-shot potential in some cases, but for a basic, that is very, very nice. He has Photon Geyser, 1 Psychic, 1 Steel. You're going to do 20 damage, and you're going to discard all your basic Psychic energy, and for each one discarded, you're going to do an additional 80 damage. So, if you consider the numbers really quickly, you have one from your hand, and you have already 2 on them. There's 3 Psychic Energies going to the discard. That's 8, 16, 240, and plus the 20 basic power, that is 260. You're knocking out even Stage 2 GXs in one hit. This thing hits high numbers, and it's very easy to set up with its partners, as we will get into in a few minutes. It's also got this Sky Scorching Light GX attack, 1 Psychic, 1 Steel, and this thing can only be used if there is a total of 6 prizes left in the game. That means if your opponent has 1, you have 5, you have 3, they have 3, you got 4, they've got 2. Those are really the only combinations that can come up right now, but that's essentially how it's going to work. If there is 6 total prizes left in the game, that's the only time you can use this. But it's worth it because you're going to be able to do put 6 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. This isn't damage, this is damage counters. It goes beyond some of those abilities. And this massive spread damage is huge, especially late game if you're taking on GXs, because say you can't get that Psychic Energy back consistently enough to get to that 260 mark, you can only hit that 140, well, still you're going to be doing 200 total damage in the next turn, because 140, well, my math's mad, but needless to say, that Sky Scorching can really turn the tides on making your opponent be just out of range or just being completely in shot of maybe 1 less energy. Now we're going to take a quick look at his partners here, and his main partner, primarily the main focus of this engine at all, is Malamar, 90 HP Psychic type. It is a Stage 1, has Psychic Recharge. If you guys are familiar with Bronzong from Phantom Forces, this is essentially a revision of that on his Psychic type Pokemon, and there are a ton of Pokemon that are going to just use this thing all out before they move out of Standard. Essentially, for those of you who do not know, once during your turn, you may attach a Psychic Energy card from your discard pile to one of your benched Pokemon. So your Necrozma's just gone and attacked and discarded all of its Psychic Energy. You essentially move it to the bench through plenty of means in this deck, let me tell you. And you restore all that energy, you retreat it back up, and you hit again. And that's essentially all you do is kind of retreat, get back in. Retreat, get back in. Get a ton of damage off by doing this. Malamar is key. And remember, if you can get multiple of these out there, you are going to be able to do an instant recharge. Say 1 Psychic from hand, 2 Psychics from the Malamars. You're going to be able to literally obliterate your opponent in a matter of moments. Next up as well, if you can't for whatever reason use Malamar, you have an ability lock under for your Garbodor. You've got yourself you haven't been able to get him, or there's a whole lot of other reasons. You also have Lunala Prism Star, 160 HP, basic Pokemon, Psychic of course, has this Full Moon Star attack. This thing here is literally all we're going to be trying to focus on, and essentially for 1 Psychic Energy, for each of your opponent's Pokemon in play, attach a Psychic Energy from your discard to your Pokemon any way you like. This is huge. This is absolutely fundamental, because it can recharge your Necrozma. You can recharge 2 Necrozmas, for example. Of course, they're more than likely to take this thing out pretty quickly, because the downside of this is it doesn't go to your discard, it does go to your lost zone, so you can only, if it gets knocked out, it gets knocked out. And of course, you can only run one of them in the deck itself. Moving on, we have one final, like our secondary main attacker is Mew. Now Malamar Mew is going to be a very big common thing you're going to see in a lot of Psychic decks for the next little while until Mew probably rotates. Mew here is phenomenal. He's a 50 HP psychic type, basic of course, but he's a one prize trick. That is the big key ticket here. He's got Memories of Dawn. This Pokemon can use the attacks of any of your basic Pokemon in play. Now this doesn't just relate to your Ultra Necrozma. You can use your Tapu Lele, you can use your Oranguru. If you're playing regular Necrozma, you can use regular Necrozma-GX attacks. You have a ton of options here thanks to Memories of Dawn, and of course, if you set this thing up and go in, your opponent's going to have to take out a one prize attacker instead of that two prize Ultra Necrozma you got sitting back on the bench. So keep that in mind as well. And of course, in an early game standpoint, if Mew is the only thing you've got in play, you can go for an encounter for one colorless energy and you get to search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, and put it into your hand after. Now, of course, your opponent can end, but why waste an end on one card? Oh wait, we've seen what Beacon can do. So yes, that attack in itself is really good, especially in this kind of deck where if you're a little slow in the turns, it's alright, you can get yourself going. And of course, like we mentioned, there is also Oranguru. We're going to be using the 120 HP colorless Pokemon for Instruct. This is essentially it. Once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 3 in hand. This essentially lets you stop being end at the end of turn. We all know what Oranguru does at this point. It's been out for a long time, but it's always good to revisit. He's also got Psychic for 3 colorless energy. You're going to do 60 damage. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And in a sense, this thing can be a really cool secondary attacker, because he can do alright damage. Like, you're going to have to attach 3 Psychic Energies, but if you do already have 2 Malamars and an energy in hand, it's not essentially out of the question. You can do it. Of course, our biggest tool card is going to be Dawnwing's Necrozma-GX, 180 HP basic Pokemon, Psychic of course, with Invasion. Now this thing, if you guys remember Keldeo EX, this thing is essentially the same. I'm getting excited for this stuff because I really have not played anything from Ultra Prism, so this thing is still semi-new to me. But either way, once you're in your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it out with your active Pokemon. Essentially, switch in, let your Necrozma get fed, have a Floatstone on it, retreat, Necrozma comes back up, and bam, there it goes. And by that I mean Ultra Necrozma, because this thing's technically also Necrozma. It's confusing, guys. Pokemon, why'd you make it all so confusing? Anyway, he's also got Dark Flash, 3 Psychic Entry, it's 120 damage. It can't be affected by resistance, which is kind of cool. It can actually be another attacker because you can do kind of the same thing you do with Oranguru. You just energy in hand, Malamar for 2, there you go, you got that 120 off in one turn, no problem. You've also got a Moon's Eclipse GX, 3 Psychic Energy, 180 damage. You can only use this if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, and if you do, your opponent can't damage Ultra Necrozma, or sorry, Dawnwing's Necrozma on the follow-up, so not bad. And then finally our last Pokemon is obviously Tapu Lele. Now we're only running one of these guys in here, because honestly, with all the other stuff that you're going to be seeing in a very few seconds, it's really not a necessary card. Like, yes, it's really cool because you can still Wonder Tag, get that Guzma, get that N, get that Cynthia whenever you need it, especially at the start. You can still Energy Drive. It's a still essential attack sometimes when you just haven't got much else going for you. You actually can use Tapu Cure because you will be using Psychic Energy in this. So you have 3 potentially decent GX attacks that can really change up the board position. One does a lot of damage, one prevents damage, and then one heals all the damage. So there's a lot of options you guys can use here at your disposal. In terms of item cards, we're going to go through this really quickly. We've got Field Blowers, 2 of them. We've got 4 of the brand new Mysterious Treasure. You get to discard a card from your hand. If you do, search your deck for a Psychic or Dragon Pokemon, reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck afterwards. So the only thing Mysterious Treasure can't get out of this deck is Oranguru. It's a sit and kind of do nothing card anyway until mid to late game anyway, so I'm alright with that, to be honest. We've also got a Professor's Letter. These things are still around, guys. They're still kicking, and we're just using one. This gets us the ability to kind of go in for either one of our colors. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be going for that Steel Energy because you don't need to discard it, but you're never going to have it when you really want it. Of course, we're going to be running our Super Rod. This is, again, going to be mostly for your Steel Energy. In case all 3 of them do go down and you still have a bit of time left, you can kind of go for it, or somebody, you know, Crushing Hammers it. It's just a nice way to make sure you're not going to be falling out of energy resources. Of course, we're going to be using our Ultra Ball still, even with Mysterious Treasure. It is good to have Ultra Ball. It gives you 2 opportunities to kind of get cards going. And I like Ultra Ball a lot because it does get you 2 Psychic Energies into the discard pile to get your Malamar going quite quickly. Of course, we're going to be running our Cynthia, and we've got ourselves some Guzma. We're actually running a Lily, and the reason for this is because we're not actually running Bridget. You can run Bridget nicely, but it is a lot slower in this deck, and you really want to get a lot of stuff going that isn't just Pokemon. Like, you're not going for just big basics. You are going for stage 1s and 2s, or like, you're still going for like stage 1s, but at the same point, you gotta get that energy going. You gotta get other kind of things going. And Bridget's gonna be really slow for that at the start. So I'd rather kind of go for a Lily. I'm gonna get something going turn 1 or 2, and you can really kind of come back with all those massive like the massive card draw that Lily does provide in turn 1. And of course, if you don't manage to draw Lily, or you don't Tapu Lele for Lily turn 1, it's just easy Mysterious Treasure fodder. So that's the way I look at it anyway. We're of course going to be running some N. We've got our 4 Sycamore as per normal. We have 2 Choice Bands, and here's the kicker, we're actually rotating. We actually have 4 Float Stones, and this is so that if for whatever reason I don't have Dawn Wings Necrozma, or for whatever reason someone does take it over, or like take out the Float Stone on it, I can still attach this to Ultra Necrozma, because Choice Band's just not as necessary. Of course, you are going to obviously enjoy that massive 30 points of damage if you have it on Ultra Necrozma, but at the same point, sometimes the Float Stone will be better because you can at least set up and get those energies back on from Malamar. So there's an option, of course, in that. We have the 1 Beast Energy. You can only have 1, of course, in the deck, and of course, if this thing does get destroyed or discarded in any shape or form, it goes to the Lost Zone, so you can't get it back. It provides a colorless energy, and it provides 1 of any color energy if attached to an Ultra Beast. Well, thankfully enough, Ultra Necrozma is an Ultra Beast, and so is Dawn Wings Necrozma. So if either one of them needs a huge energy, they will get that. It literally becomes either their Steel or Psychic energy that we may be missing. And of course, it also provides a 30-point damage boost. So that is huge. Beast Energy is pretty good. Not a necessary card. Like, if you do not have a Beast Energy, don't go out of your way for it. You can just run another Steel Energy, and you'll probably just see the same kind of results. Because, again, Beast Energy is going to be that whole, I'm going to attach this once, and if it's gone, it's gone, right? You gotta play it the way it is. Lastly, we have 3 Steel Energy and 8 Psychic Energy. Now, with that being said, this deck is a ton of fun. I've already tried it out a ton on on stream, and of course, if you guys have not hit up good old Twitch, I'm going to be doing a ton more Pokemon over there. I have been doing a lot of Fire Emblem as of late, but I'm currently on a high from Pokemon thanks to Toronto Regionals, so we're going to be switching it up. We're going back to Pokemon. That's just all I'm going to say. Either way, hope you guys have enjoyed so far what we're doing, and of course, we're going to get ourselves into 2 matches on TCGO and see if we can win a couple things and showcase this deck in its true form. Alright guys, here we go. Daryl Santana, let's take this on. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. He is going to get the coin toss here, and we're going to lose it. That's fine. So he's going to decide to go first. This does put us down a little bit when it comes to Malamar, but that's not the end of the world. We still have the ability to kind of go for a Mysterious Treasure here, and I'm actually not in the worst potential position here. I can get a Lele if I want to. I can go for my Lily to get some card draw. I'm actually in an alright position, so depending on what my opponent does here, and of course what we end up seeing here, we're going to be trying out, oh, we were playing literally the same deck. So it's going to see how it goes here. We're going to see that he attaches that Floatstone to the Lunella Prism Star. We really want to take this thing out as soon as possible. I'm interested to see if he does go for any supporter. Maybe he's got an N in hand. He's really not wanting to use it right now. He's going to go for that Lily play, which is exactly what we're going to be trying to do. He does drop that Ultra Necrozma down with that Steel Energy, which is really good because you don't want to really start sighting up those Psychics. He is going to just, he's just going to bring it up right at the front. He doesn't want me to touch that the Prism Star Pokemon just yet. We actually draw our Tapu Lele, so I don't need to sacrifice a card for that. In fact, I'm just going to use my Mysterious Treasure, drop the Psychic Energy, and go for our Ultra Necrozma. I just really want to get it out into the field. kind of play our hands a little bit. I'm actually going to drop down this... I'm going to drop the steel energy down. We're going to Tapu Lele. We'll grab a supporter. And it is going to be Lily, just because we get so many cards off of it, why not, right? And honestly, I might actually put the Tapu Lele up in front, because I can technically get myself into a better position if I... Floatstone is definitely happening, though, so I might as well do it. Lily's going to come down. We actually get 2 more floats. That's not the best, but it's not the worst. But I might Mysterious Treasure and get another Inkay down in case the one in the front does... I might just leave the one in the front up now that it is there. But we'll play Oranguru. I don't need to play these floats yet. Remember, don't need to play your tool cards unless you really want to. And I should get another Inkay. So I will actually be discarding... I'm going to be discarding a float, I think. I'm going to discard a float. Not really something I want to do, but I would like to get a second Inkay going. So here we go. We drop that down. We are just going to retreat out. And if he takes out my Tapu Lele, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. If he goes for a Gaussman and tries to take out my Ultra Necrozma, again, not much I can do at this point. But we are going to try and save our Inkay and try and get 2 going. So he's going to get Malamar gone online. He can easily, like, just... There he goes. He attaches a Psychic Energy. Is that all he's going to do? He goes for a Mysterious Treasure. He's going to discard a Psychic Energy, so he doesn't... He has the ability now to rotate if he wants to. Maybe try and going for his Dawn Wings Necrozma right now. Because that will let him be able to switch up, get that energy onto the Necrozma. This way he'll be able to actually finish off my Lele in one shot. And that is exactly what he goes for, is the Dawn Wings Necrozma. If he's got a Floatstone, he'll be able to retreat back out. And then... No, he can't retreat. Can't retreat because the... No, he can. I apologize. The Lunala moved last turn. So he can retreat out, and he'll be okay. We are seeing that Cynthia is going to be played. That's his supporter for turn. Drops another Ultra Necrozma. This way he's got 2. He can start setting it up on the following turn. Has a second Inkay down, so he'll have a full bench of cards. And, of course, he's going to attach an energy to this Necrozma, it looks like. Yes, it is. So he's not going to go for a knockout just yet. That is not his intentions. He does not want to go for that. He's just going to Photon Geyser, weaken my Tapu Lele down to 70 HP. We're actually going to get a Steel Energy, and that's not great. It's not bad. We're going to attach this one to the Floatstone user. I am going to just attach this one here. And, yeah, we're going to go like this. Energy recharge over here. So we're currently hitting for 160, 180. I'm actually 10 damage shy from knocking out an Ultra Necrozma. So that is going to be our goal here. I am going to Sycamore. I do have to waste my Steel Energy. I don't really want to. We are going to get that Ultra Necrozma now that we did want. I can actually just go for another energy drop here. We're just going to go Mysterious Treasure, sacrifice our Psychic Energy, and go for the other Malamar. So we'll just attach that energy. We're going to take out one of the Ultra Necrozmas, and that'll be a decent turn here. We have the Professor's Letter in back. I can bring up one of my Floatstone users if he does decide to knock out my main. So we're not in the worst of issues right now, but we are going to be a prize ahead. Or 2 prizes ahead right now. So not bad, not bad. And we're going to get ourselves Cynthia and a Malamar. Malamar's out of the prizes, back into the deck. That's what I like to see. We are going to see the the Prism Star Lunala come up. He can get himself a ton of Psychic Energy this way and set himself up, but he doesn't really need to. I think this is more just for the fact that it's got Floatstone on it. This way he can charge up his Necrozma, But he does need his steel energy. We're going to see Cynthia. He's definitely looking for that steel energy. He can't attack. Can't do a whole lot without it. He is going to get another Malamar down, so he does have 2 Malamars to set up that Ultra Necrozma in the back. He can also start setting up that Mew if he really wants to. But if he's got 3 Psychics, he can kind of come in with the Dawn Wings Necrozma as well. He's got 2 Psychics now. Field Blowout gets rid of my Flowstones. That's actually a huge play. Huge play here. But what I'll end up doing is I will Professor's Letter for a Psychic Energy. No, I don't have enough yet for that. Because if I Guzma, I don't knock out. Because I don't have the... My thought process is I don't have a choice band. He can retreat if he really needs to. I'm 10 shy. Or do I just massively set up this one here? And then... no, I'm still doing the same amount of damage. I can't do that. We can at least go for Professor's Letter. It does revolve around this, so I might as well get that Steel Energy. I am going to get that down onto this one here. I can't retreat. That's my problem. So we're just going to set up our second one here. And we'll just Guzma. I can take out... I think I can take out the Dawn Wings. And maybe that's what we can focus on. And we'll just Guzma up that. And that way we're at a 4 prize advantage. With two Necrozmas pretty much going at the same time. Because you're at 190, you're at 180, and we hit 612... sorry, 816, we do 180. So if I hit that one, then that works. So we're going to actually take out the Dawn Wings Necrozma. That'll get us a few points here. And we'll be ahead. Why not? So there we go. We've also got our other Ultra Necrozma in back. Psychic Energy, Field Blower. Alright, so up comes this good old Ultra Necrozma. It's our final attack, like it's his final mon. He's got it in the active position, so I don't really need a Guzma or anything. I just need a way to get out of the active position. He's going to attach his Psychic Energy to the back one, which I'm okay with, because this means he does not have that Steel Energy to attack me. And this is his big downside. He does not have that we just got a Guzma. So we're actually pretty good here. So we're just going to go Psychic Recharge, attach a nice Psychic Energy over here. And we're going to go for another one here. We actually just had a clean sweep against a fellow Ultra Necrozma deck. And I feel really bad because they just didn't get the Steel Energy. If they had the ability to do that, they would have attacked me back. And they would have definitely put a lot more pressure on me. They just could not do that this game. So we actually do get a clean 6-0 win over Ultra Necrozma, and as you can see, our Psychic Energy and Inkay were our final 2 prizes, but it didn't matter. We had a nice board position, we had the ability to keep control of what was going on, and kind of decide some tactics thanks to the Guzma. Especially since we did take out that Dawn Wings Necrozma, we were able to actually kind of come up, and with having the 2 Ultras still in play, my opponent could only take 1 out, and we really only needed to focus on 1, so... He did a great play though, and he really messed me up by getting rid of those float stones. So never have your item cards on there unless you really need them. But either way, let's see if we can do that one more time. Alright, we're going to be playing against Pandoswara? I think that's Pandoswara? Pandasura. I apologize on any mispronunciation. If you guys happen to watch this video and you see me getting destroyed on names, I apologize, half the fun, to be honest with you. Anyway, we're going to see that we have a Mew play, and this guy is actually who we want to put in the front run. We are going to be playing first, and Mew is the best thing to have because it actually has free retreat, and this means if I need to, I can get into, you know, another Pokemon I can set up. There's options. There's so many things that are just good about it. And my opponent has a full art Ultra Necrozma-GX. You are already superior to me because I don't have full arts. I was way too cheap to do that. Anyway, I simply have to Cynthia because my hand is absolutely garbage. I drew another useless card for myself. Actually, is it garbage? I'm going to attach a Steel Energy to Mew. Is it garbage? I don't think so. So Mew, like I said, has free retreat, but it also acts as your second Ultra Necrozma in a sense. Lele is not the best right now. I'm actually having a bad draw, so I'm going to have to pass. Now, if I get an Ultra Necrozma off top deck, that does make it a little easier. I can drop that. I can maybe get some more damage going, but overall, we're not looking good. My opponent does get an Inkay down, way better than me right now. Well, we're about the same right now. The question is does he have the Steel Energy? I had to waste mine on a Mew. But like I said, this is actually in a great spot. He has no energy! And we draw the Ultra Necrozma! That is huge! Okay, so my thinking, I have to Cynthia. Yeah, I have to Cynthia. So I'm not going to do Floatstone on that yet. I don't need to put Floatstone down there. Actually, do I stop my opponent in his tracks right now and just go for a Psychic Energy drop? Like just take out this Inkay right here and now? I think that's my play. Drop Floatstone down on Inkay, go for Guzma, bring up Inkay, and then just knock it out with the Mew. I'm going to get an early knockout, stop my opponent from getting Malamar going, and ours will still be pretty good to go. We're just going to go for a Photon Geyser here, take this thing out, and Mew becoming the big target. We're going to grab a Field Blower. My opponent actually says good play for us, and thank you very much. I like it when you have a good sportsmanship. He knows that, hey, look, I'm just playing a game, and it's my play. He has no energy out, so if he starts getting that Malamar down, it's essentially gone. He's actually going to play a Choice Band down, and like I said before, if you're not going to be using the item, don't use it. Even on an end play, I wouldn't have used that Choice Band. Because this Necrozma may not be here in another turn or two. So we're going to see, I do get the opportunity to go for a few things. He's just dropping Mons now, though. Dropping Mons. But did he get energy is the question. It doesn't look it. He's going to go for a Mysterious Treasure. He can get himself another Pokemon. He actually has that secret rare Beast Ring. I don't play Beast Ring in here. He is going to go for a Tapu Lele. Does he drop it, though? That's not the best play. If he does, he should hold on to it just in case for next turn. I would never... I try not to play a resource unless I need it now, and that's just because I've been hit so hard with, you know, Field Blowers or ends or something. Like, if he plays the Tapu Lele and I give him an end, like, sure, it's what he wants, but he actually just put a Psychic Energy back in the deck. What? Why? You want the Psychic Energy in the discard. That's where you want it from Malamar. Drops energy down on Dawnwing's Necrozma. Alright, so our needs is to get that thing up in the active position. I'm going to be playing my Inkay because this will give us a second Inkay for Malamar. And I can technically easily just retreat if I need to, which is kind of nice. We are going to Mysterious Treasure for Malamar. I'm going to more than likely give up my Super Rod. Or do I get rid of the Tapu Lele? I'm going to get rid of the Ultra Ball. This will get me my Malamar. I don't need Tapu Lele at all. So I'm going to keep my Malamar open, because I'd rather keep the Mew right now and just start swinging Hold On. We're going to go Sycamore. I don't need either of those two cards right now. We got Floatstone, we got ourselves another Malamar, which is good. I should really get rid of that choice. And I'm just going to retreat into our Necrozma. So Psychic Recharge. I will get some damage down on this thing, which is good. I've got the second Malamar going, so I can attach a Floatstone if I need to next turn for the Ultra Necrozma, so that my Mew can come in, do a ton more damage, and that's essentially what we're going to do. So we're going to retreat into my Ultra Necrozma, and let's just go for a Photon Geyser. I'm not going to knock it out by any means, but I am going to get 100 damage down, and if I can only... Well, my Mew can take it out next turn. That's a huge play here. Huge, 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 huge play. And my opponent is definitely not in a position that he can come in and do a lot of stuff. Now, he does have Cynthia down. He can bring in the Dawn Wings Necrozma, hit the Ultra Necrozma with Psychic Energy and all that stuff. He does have that float, and I'm really happy I waited, to be honest with you. I had that float Field Blower. I could wait, or I could have used it on the Choice Band, but I didn't need to. So he's going to Ultra Ball. He is going to get that Malamar. He does drop it right down. And of course, he can just go for an Oranguru play here, get his 3 cards back, so he's never going to have no hand, and he's not out of this game by a long shot. He's actually going to Psychic Recharge on the Dawn Wings. Does he come in and attack? It's a possibility. He has more GX. He has more Pokemon than I do. He can hit me for 180. Doesn't knock me out, but he can GX attack, and that's exactly what he's going to do here. So I actually do need to get a Guzma here if I actually want to play through. And unfortunately, I don't have one. We are going to get rid of the Field Blowers. Sorry, not the Field Blowers. We're going to Field Blower away both Floatstones so they are gone. I do need to actually keep our Ultra Necrozma. Now, is this just from GX and EX Pokemon? I have to actually look this up. The reason for that is because I can't actually read it. I have to do this like every time because I just can't read it. Yeah, so it just prevents all damage to this Pokemon. Okay, cool. And we need to float. We can't get ourselves out of this opportunity, so... Yeah, no, I'm going to get him out of there. If you're going to want something, it's going to be this guy. I'm going to hold... Well, I can't hold. We're going to drop that down there. We're going to Sycamore ourselves. What do? I get Mysterious Treasure and get another... I can get rid of the N. I can get myself another Ultra Necrozma since that's really what I need more. I'm going to set it up as well. We are at a prize advantage right now. And that's exactly what I think I'm going to do here. I can actually go for a Psychic Energy on both. No, I can't. Yes, I can. I can get myself another... I can get the Dawn Wings as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get that Psychic Energy down. And we're going to put that up. Get Dawn Wings. Just this way we can keep ourselves going here. Unfortunately, if 3 of our 4 Floatstones are already in play, we go for our Psychic Recharge. And this is all I want to do. I want to get them all set up. So if he does decide to Guzma or anything, I'm kind of good to go. You cannot go for... Can I... I'm going to go for an encounter, I guess. And I grab Oranguru. If he knocks me out, it's not a big deal. Like I said, it's not my... It's a one-prize attacker. If he Guzmas up this one, then it's alright, because I can still recharge over here just by putting my Mew back in the front. And I can then knock out his Dawnwing's Necrozma, forcing him to be in a pretty bad position. And I still have that 100 damage on that Ultra Necrozma in the back, so this does mean that I have pretty good synergy going. He does just drop a Steel Energy on that Ultra Necrozma in back, grabs another card from the Oranguru, and we're going to see just how close this is going to be. In my opinion, he should probably go for one of the Ultra Necrozmas. Mew's not worth it. Like, Mew will still do just as much damage, if not more. But with that being said, he can't Guzma. Okay, so my Ultra Necrozmas are safe. I'll easily be playing with the full HP one. Ooh. He gets one. That's a good play on my opponent's part. Yeah, you're gonna go. I need to get one more. So we're going to take out the one Ultra Necrozma. I can't get it back, sadly, because I did waste my Super Rod already. But it is what it is. Now, of course, this will just tie up the game. I can still access my huge attack to take out this Dawnwing's Necrozma. Never mind, he goes for a Field Blower, which really hurts. That actually really hurts. Because that's what, all four, that's 3 of my 4 Floatstones gone. He's doing everything in his power right now to make sure I do not win this game, and that is fair. I currently still have 1 Field Blower. That's the only way I can get rid of that Parallel City. That Parallel City is a pain. But this is a good matchup. Like, yes, we're both playing Ultra Necrozma, and we're definitely seeing some really close games. Well, the first one really wasn't close. We literally slaughtered the poor guy. But he is going to take me out. And my options are very limited here. This is what I gotta do. Sycamore is not really my play. I only have the 1 energy for my Ultra Necrozma. I drop the Oranguru down, and I really hope and pray I can either get my last Floatstone. No, I don't get it. Okay, so that's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. I'm in a really bad bind now. I have Choice Band, so I don't need the additional energy, but I can't get this thing out. I'm going to have to sacrifice some Malamar to do it. Alright. He's got me. He's got me. So he plays another Inkay. Choice Band down, so that good old-fashioned monster over there is going to just be as strong as the other one. And of course, this one's got a ton of energy going for it. He can Guzma in. He's going to end. Okay. Not the worst play. I know I'm still safe. He will be taking out my Malamar. Field Blower is great. That's absolutely wonderful. Dark Flash does take me out. I need another energy to take this thing out, so I'm actually going to promote my Oranguru. I need to take this thing out because it's actually set up. I don't have Guzma. What am I doing? I don't have Guzma. I don't know what I was doing there. And my Lele is currently gone. That was a big misplay. I, for whatever reason, thought I had a Guzma in my hand. We're going to go Field Blower. We're going to get rid of that and the Choice Band on you. So that is those two gone. Drop. I don't need the Psychic Energy. I think we've lost this one now. That big misplay of mine just there really did cost me. Because I didn't need to do that. I do have 2 Guzma still in here. We can go for a Mew. Again, this is not technically a bad play. We are going to Cynthia. And now I get Guzma. Alright. Alright. Play the Dawn Wings. Or sorry, these Lunala, Ultra Necrozma, and all them, they all literally look the same when you're first playing. Now my opponent only needs to really do one thing, and that is actually take out my Ultra Necrozma. I think I've only lost one, so I either have one still in prizes. I believe it's just in prizes. But unfortunately, that is going to be it. This game really went one from my side being okay. I've got that NK gone. My opponent is in a slow position to my opponent has literally both the Malamar. He's got everything going for him. And there's really not much I can do. There's really not much I can do. And I've only got 8 cards left in deck. I've got 8 cards left in deck. So I've really got to pick up the pace if I want to win this. Really got to pick up the pace. I've lost my Dawn Wings. I probably made some bad plays in terms of how or who I ended up getting rid of in that parallel city. That is what it is, right? I don't deny making misplays. I am human. But come on. So right now, he is in a very good position because the Dawn Wings can still take out my Oranguru. I either promote... if he has a Guzma, no, he's just going to go for Dark Flash. So this is still putting him at 3 prizes. So I can still kind of come back if I can take out 2 targets. I am going to go... I have to go Mew, right? So I do 8, 160. I can still take out the Dawn Wings with Mew. And then I can Guzma later. Or I can just Guzma right now and take out that Ultra Necrozma. Because I do enough damage. That might be better play. Save the Mew for later. Because he can't take me out. Let's do that. It's really the only play I have. I want to save this Mew. Because I can still use like the Prism Star attacks and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not totally useless here. But we're going to Photon Geyser. Take out the Ultra Necrozma. And let's see what we get. Ultra Ball, Mysterious Treasure. Okay. Up comes Dawn Wings. This is his main attacker right now. I have a Guzma, so I can still do it again if I want to take out the other one. And then I just have to go for a 1 prize knockout. And it's a close game. He goes for float on that Ultra Necrozma, or the Dawn Wings Necrozma, which is really key. If he has a Steel Energy in hand, he will be able to start taking me out. He's going to go for Cynthia, so he's really looking for that final piece to the puzzle here. If he gets that Steel Energy, so he can start retreating. He's going to take out my Ultra Necrozma, and I have to actually search for that last one. If I don't have it, I can't do the damage. He got his other one. Down the amount of energy is attached to all Pokemon. Yeah, well, we're not playing a lot of Pokemon energy right now. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40. So Don, I'm not doing a lot of damage. This is really close game. Like he is in a way better position than me. Way better position than me. I don't actually think I can come out of this. I don't think I can come out of this. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Drop the energy down. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten into Mew right away. Maybe I could have targeted this. They're all in range of attacking me, though. I don't have any more Pokemon in there anyway. So even if I wanted to, I couldn't have got the Ultra Necrozma. It's in the prizes. That's fine. I don't feel like I made too big of a mistake in this game. I actually feel like I had a good game overall. I don't have enough energy attached to this thing. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna Guzma. I should have attached an energy to it first. So I could have retreated. But either way, I'm pretty toast. I'm pretty toasty. I got 6 cards left. My opponent has 3 major attackers. Can easily come in. Yeah, no, this is game. There's nothing I can do. I forgot that this thing takes 4 psychic, and I only got 3, or I only got 2. So Dark Flash is gonna come in, take me out. That wasn't really a misplay. There's nothing I could do anyway. But it's alright. We had a good game. It's actually my first defeat in like 10 games, and it's of course to an Ultra Necrozma deck. So Ultra Necrozma is definitely the deck in format. So if you guys are definitely wanting to check out something new, something powerful, something amazing, this is definitely the deck to be checking out. And my opponent just beat me out this one. With that being said, that's going to be it for me. You guys are all amazing. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. We're going to be finishing up right here. And of course, I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, time out.